please talk to somebody. Please do whatever you can. I don't want to see y'all ruin yourselves. And I don't want to see myself ruin myself. That's why I went to get help. I went to therapy for the first time when I was a senior in college. I was having these random bouts and spells of hopelessness and emptiness and numbness and exhaustion. I couldn't really explain where the feelings came from or why they grabbed such a tight hold of me at that time, because I was supposed to be in one of the best times of my life. I was about to graduate from Vanderbilt, one of the best schools in the entire world that I worked so hard to get to. Not only that, but I was on my way to Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern, one of the best business schools in the world. So when I was thinking about my neighborhood and where I came from and everything I saw growing up, this was supposed to be the happiest, most fulfilling, most beautiful and peaceful time of my life. And it was complete chaos. I felt so drained from everything around me, and it drove me crazy. See, for the longest time, I used to just suppress all my emotions. As a child, I never really addressed them or came to grips with anything I dealt with. I just had to keep it moving to achieve, keep it moving to overcome, keep it moving to conquer something or to accomplish something. I never sat and actually thought about what I was dealing with or what I was feeling deep inside. And it seemed like it worked until I just imploded. And when I imploded, I realized how much I'd been holding in and how unhealthy that actually was. So I called the counseling center on Vanderbilt's campus, and this very, very kind woman answered the phone, and she asked me if I was suicidal. And I said, nah, I never have been. But I told her what I do feel right now is numb. I don't feel anything. I said, if something was to happen to me right now, I don't care. Can't tell you why, it just is where I am right now. I said, I feel so disconnected from everything and everybody, and I don't know why. I just want to feel okay. And what she did was she heard the pain in my voice, and she kind of heard my story a little bit, and she said, you know what, I want you to be my personal patient when you come in. So I'm gonna make sure that you get to meet with me when you come in, because I hear something in your voice that I think we can uncover what's going on, and I want to be in your corner and help support you in doing that. So we set up an appointment. When I first went in there, I learned so much about myself, even in the first couple sessions, yo. And I would go maybe like, I think once a week, every Tuesday or whatever. She uncovered so many things. I think one thing she had me do was look at a picture of myself as a child. She was like, if this little boy was in front of you right now, how would you talk to him? How would you greet him? How would you express yourself around him? And I was saying all these beautiful things. Like, man, you could do this. You're gonna be amazing. I see the world for you. Like, I see stars in your eyes. I want you to go conquer the world and be as great as you can be. Yet when it came to talking about my current self at 22, 23 years old, it was a lot of negativity, right? It was a lot of, I'm not this, or I'm not that, or I messed up here, I messed up there. I don't like this about myself or that about myself. And she reminded me that that little boy is still here, still here, still here. That little boy hasn't gone anywhere. After I told her more of my story and what I dealt with and witnessed and saw growing up, and the people I lost or the things I experienced, she realized something. As a child, I was always in survivor mode. What that meant is I didn't allow myself to feel things. I didn't allow myself to express the way I needed to, you know? I had an amazing childhood, yo. When I look back, I had so much fun. We did so many mischievous things, and we ran around the city acting crazy, doing this, doing that, riding bikes, going to the lake, pool hopping, ding-dong ditch, jumping off the roof, throwing, whatever we did, we had so much fun. But there were deeper things going on that I wasn't really able to understand at the time. So I locked them away in the closet. And that little boy that was 5 years old and 10 years old and just probably just needed a hug from his father or just some male guidance or something, you know what I mean, to ground him. He was lost and he was frustrated on the inside, even though he didn't know it, because all his mind was on was sports and school and getting out and getting money and doing this. That little boy got locked away in the closet and said it's time for a man to emerge. It helped me to an extent, you know, because I was more mature than a lot of people I was raised around. It helped me to have discipline and poise in the midst of chaos, and to keep my mind focused on a single goal when I was sleeping on a hotel floor, I was starving, I was going through tough times. However, that little boy didn't go anywhere, man. And she mentioned to me that the fact that I had time to sit and think at 22, 23 years old, no longer playing football, just being a student for the first time in my life, she said now that little boy's starting to crack that closet door open. And he's cracking that door open, but he's not cracking it open just to see what things have become over the years. Nah, he's cracking it open to say, look, I still need a hug, man. I still need somebody to love me and to believe in me and to tell me I'm going to be okay, because right now I don't know if I'm going to be okay because I don't see anything okay. And when she said that, it was like an epiphany, a switch flipped in my head. So I don't know, a flip switched in my head. And I said, wow, I'm still that little boy. And she brought up this concept of this, I guess, mental health struggle called complex PTSD. She said it sounds like it applied to my situation in my life and my upbringing. She didn't diagnose me at the time, but based on the things I was saying and the signs she noticed, she said it probably was complex PTSD is what I was dealing with. And I'm also a mix of depression and anxiety. So some of the symptoms of complex PTSD are constant feelings of hopelessness, feeling disconnected or distrusting of people in the world, feeling like you don't fit anywhere, like you're completely different from other people, or sometimes feeling as if you're permanently damaged or that nobody in the world can understand who you are and your plight and what you're here for on this earth. And then she talked about what can cause complex PTSD or what can lead to it. And a couple big categories she mentioned were childhood neglect and abandonment, and also witnessing or experiencing violence. That's when it kind of clicked. I do have abandonment issues, and at 28, I'm kind of just coming to full grips with the fact that I do have serious abandonment issues, and it's something I've actively had to start working on because it affects me in other aspects of life, and I notice it, and I don't like what that does to me at times. It makes it very hard for me to trust. It makes me distance myself from good people. It makes me self-sabotage or push people away and sacrifice relationships that could be good for me, and vice versa. It makes me overthink things and be too serious sometimes because I'm so afraid of opening up and being so vulnerable that the person now has this hold on me and they can do what they want with it. And it makes me kind of close off and say, nah, I'm gonna just be straightforward and do this and do that. So I can't let you in past this wall because you might do something. I mean, you might tear my walls down like Jericho and destroy my city, you know what I'm saying? But that's not a healthy way to live. When I talked to somebody, it changed my life. I know therapy is not for everybody. I know everybody hasn't had the same kind of experience I had with speaking to a therapist or a counselor. But I want men to support men, yo. This world it's painful, yo. It's tough and it's hard for a man, you know? It's hard because we gotta conquer things, and we always gotta be, get things done, no excuses, don't cry in front of this and in front of that. Yo, I don't really cry in front of people, but when I'm in the shower and I need to drop my tears, I drop my tears, man. It's healthy to cry, yo. Man to man, I see you, dog. It's healthy to cry. I know sometimes you're dealing with a lot, yo, and it's a heavy burden to walk this earth. And I'm gonna speak as a black man, bro. It's a heavy burden, man, because right now, black men are so unemployed that it's costing the economy billions of dollars every year. And I know what desperation feels like. I know what anxiety feels like, I know what worry and deep stress feels like. And there's so many of us who are feeling that right now, and we're not talking about it, and we're holding it in. And it's only gonna cause us to implode, bro. Not only implode and destroy ourselves, but explode and sometimes destroy the people and the things and the relationships around us. And I don't want to see anybody go down that path. I'm here, yo. I'm here for real. Like, everybody's not going to say that and actually mean it. I mean it. I'm here for real because I care about y'all. If you are having some of these signs, I want you to take them very, very seriously, yo. One, if you just feel completely off. Now, yeah, there's things like seasonal depression and whatever goes on. There are plenty of challenges that we deal with that are just kind of the ebbs and flows of life, right? And we embrace all of those. But if you are having constant recurring issues of weight loss, right? Random weight loss. When I was super depressed, dog, I went from 200 pounds to about 170 pounds in a couple months. And I was looking sick. And I remember I was out on campus one day and I was in such a low state, but still kind of putting on a happy face, right? I came across one of my football coaches, but when I just played football the year before, so I was still big and muscular when I left, right? He saw me on campus one time, and he was like, he didn't even know what was going on, but he was like, damn, mother effer, like, you need to go eat a sandwich or something. And it tore me up, bro. You know, one of my biggest insecurities as a kid was being too skinny, because I could not gain weight. Now, I'm good. I'm 210, I'm solid, I'm good now, but as a kid, I could not gain weight. And when I got to college and played ball, they put it on me, and I felt so happy because I could finally feel as strong as or look as strong as I felt on the inside, you know? I had lost so much weight and didn't even really notice it, bro. I was drowning in my clothes. I was, man, looking emaciated in my shirts and my muscle shirts and all that. I just didn't look healthy, yo. I didn't look healthy. And when he said that, it kind of made something switch in my head and say, yo, I gotta figure something out. This ain't it. Because I don't even notice that I'm losing myself. So random extreme weight loss, please take this seriously. If your mood just changes, yo, like you just feel completely down and out of it and worthless and empty, please go talk to somebody, bro. If you gotta talk to your boy, be honest with your friends, man, your brothers, your colleague, yo, be honest with somebody, yo, because you have to express it to somebody. You can't just hold it in. Extreme changes in appetite, no longer wanting to socialize or be in friendships or relationships at all, because humans, we're supposed to be in relationships, bro. Romantic, platonic, familial, whatever it is. We're supposed to be in relationships with people. Community is the essence of life, right? If you find it very hard to concentrate, there was a time where I could not focus in class, and so I would sit in the library and try to type a paper, and 3 hours later I'd have 1 to 2 words, 2 sentences, and I knew something was off. If you're turning to substance abuse, that's another sign that something's wrong, yo. And you gotta take it very seriously and address it, man. Granted, all of these signs apply to women as well. I'm speaking for the fellas just because I know what it's like from a man's perspective, but this goes for women as well. I want everybody to express and get the help they need so that we can be our happiest, boldest, most beautiful selves and show up for the people that deserve our best selves, you know? Show up for everybody in our lives that we're accountable to and that would love to see us shining and bubbly and smiling again. So we have to go get help if we need it. There's no one size fits all. There's no perfect remedy, but please talk to somebody. Please do whatever you can. I don't want to see y'all ruin yourselves, and I don't want to see myself ruin myself. That's why I went to get help. There are some online resources like those offered by the Anxiety and Depression Association of America or the NIMH. I know websites like Talkspace.com and BetterHealth.com are also some pretty great resources to invest in. I'm pretty sure BetterHealth is free. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But then there are apps as well, meditation apps. There's Headspace, there's Oak. There are a few different apps that I use to help me ground myself and stay centered. Personal recommendation is, man, get in the gym. Get you at least 30 minutes to an hour of fitness a day. It's not gonna fix everything, I can't promise you that, but it does make everything a lot easier to navigate through. When you're strong in your body, you know, you're in great shape, your mind is stronger, you have more mental acuity, you're sharper, you sleep better, you're better able to fight off the mental health struggles, and you're better able to fight off even sickness and colds and disease and things like that. You just become a better version of you when you feel stronger, you're more confident, you stand taller, you know what I mean? Everybody can see it in your face that you've been working on yourself, and it's gonna rub off on the people around you. Read more, man. Feel free to read more. Read some books, get some perspective on it. Other people who've dealt with the same thing. Don't overindulge in random content, you know what I mean? Try to avoid the toxic content and reality TV and things like that, or comparing to people on IG or Twitter or any app you use. Do not compare your life to theirs. Your life is beautifully yours, and it's supposed to be this way, you know? Every struggle we deal with is uniquely designed for us to overcome, because only we can really tell the story of our lives, and that's why we have to tell it in the most authentic and beautiful way possible. I guess all I want to say to the men is, I see you, and it's time for us to take the capes off. We don't always have to be Superman. Sometimes we're better off just being Clark. And for all the Clarks out there with the suit on and tie, and we're a little awkward and nervous about life and we're apprehensive, I see you, man. I see you, and I love you. I know a lot of people say that and they don't always mean it, but I really, really, truly do see you, and I love you. And I want to see you fly. And when it's time for us to be Superman again, we're going to put that cape on and go fly and go save the world. But for now, let's build our tribe and let's just be Clark. I love you all, and Godspeed.